Wednesday evening last week, I decided I was going to go on an adventure in the morning. I had to go up to Keighley at lunchtime to meet a friend to collect some things, and I have an absolute aversion to driving through Bradford, and I'm not really keen on the motorways. I live in Lincolnshire, and the worst I get is being stuck behind a tractor. So I looked in my book that I got for Christmas. My son bought me this. I absolutely love it. I love stone circles. I don't know why, but I just do. So I decided to have a quick look what was there around the Keighley area that I could go and see. So looking at Otley and Ilkley Moor, and just over the moor was the 12 Apostles. Now I was a bit filled with trepidation, I think is probably a good way of putting it, because I wasn't sure how safe is it to go tramping up a moor on your own. Could I get there and back, one, safely, two, what was the terrain like, how was I going to, park safely, would my vehicle be safe, would I get lost? All those things were really concerning me, so I actually didn't tell anybody I was going because I knew they would talk me out of it. But what I did do was I went online, I looked at all the reviews where people had been up with children, there wasn't really anything that said it was safe, but somebody did say the White Wells car park was safe for stargazing, so I thought, well, that's going to be pretty safe in the daytime. And then I actually did the walk, the nearest, quickest walk, probably the most steep walk as well, from Google Maps. And then just in case there wasn't a signal there, I screenshot every little bit of it onto my phone and made sure my phone was really well charged before I went. So I'm going to show you my journey, how I enjoyed it, and then I'll just pop back in at the end to tell you a little bit of a roundup about how the day went. But you'll see I was so excited I could hardly get my words out in the morning.
Good morning, it's 5:30 and it's Thursday morning, and I have woken up and decided I'm going on an adventure. I'll see you later. Well, I've arrived 3 hours later and a little bit more, and I'm at the bottom of Ilkley Moor. Let the adventure begin. my days. I'm already out of breath. And have you seen what's coming? Oh, I don't know if these Lincolnshire legs are up to this. Have to say, tad concerned about this bit, so I'm going to put my phone away safely in case I take a dip. I thought I'd just pop in here with some top tips. I wouldn't even try to get up on the moor without wearing proper walking boots. The terrain is very uneven and you need that ankle support so you don't twist your ankle. You are going up and down, you do have to jump down rocks in certain places and going through the water. The other thing I would say is if it had rained really heavily for quite a while, I wouldn't have attempted to go up. Purely because I know a lot of the pathways would have turned into torrential rivers, and the bits where you do actually have to cross, I'm not sure how safe they would be. The other thing I would also say is stop and take in the views and the environment, because it's so easy to go tromping off on a mission, and yet you need to be able to take in what's around you and enjoy the beauty, and it also lets you get your breath back as well.
to say the descent down I find actually was harder than coming up. Up was hard on the old thigh muscles, and yes, they are still hurting 3 days later. But going down, I find the terrain was quite unlevel and the spacing quite difficult, so I would definitely recommend taking your time. So to round up the day, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Walking up the moor, I got to the stone circle. Yes, you can hear from the video, my legs really weren't up to it. But when I got there, to have the place to myself was utterly amazing. And I didn't see anybody till about 10 minutes on my journey back, and I met a fell runner who whizzed past me and made me feel very inadequate with the way I was clambering over my rocks and things. And then just as I was coming back down towards the car park, I couldn't believe it. The car park was absolutely full. I was the only one when I arrived in the morning. And so many people were coming up with their dogs, walking their dogs, and it was so many ladies on their own. We stopped, I had a chat with 4 or 5 people. They were all absolutely lovely. So from an experience of a solo trip as an older woman, I really, really enjoyed myself. And the feeling of the 12 apostles, they're not a huge stone circle, they're literally just not even waist height, but the energy I felt from the place was very, very special. And I would definitely probably go again and do the longer walk now I know, and see the cow and calf rock and some of the other rocks that are important up there. But yeah, feel quite chuffed with myself for doing it. The scenery was amazing, and I would highly recommend it to anybody.